What's up, guys? This is Plant-Based Lifter. Right now we're heading down from Big Bear. We got our asses back to nature, so we're headed back down to the city because our lungs are missing all the smog. So I guess today we're just gonna be going off on a little rant because everybody talks about parasites that eat up, our undigested food, but I want to talk about a different kind of parasite, which is some of your friends, family, or somebody that you might be in a relationship with. How it may no longer serve you to be having interactions with certain people. There's certain people that bring you down, and there's people that lift you up. So you might want to be mindful of the people that you hang around with and that you interact with and that you bullshit with and that you hang out with. Whatever you may be doing with them, you might want to be mindful of how you feel when you're around that person. Some of the people that we hang out with, they bring us up, they lift us up, they make us feel like we're special, that we're loved. They make us feel like there's nothing we can't do. They make us feel like we're powerful beings, which is the truth. And there's other people that we hang out with that because whatever they may have gone in life, whatever may have happened to them in life, they feel like they're not good enough, they feel like they're dumb, they feel like they're ugly, they feel like whatever, Basically, they carry around with them a negative vibe, they're not positive people, and they're bringing you down. You might want to be mindful of those kind of people. I mean, if that's the way you want to live, I'm no one to judge nobody, But if you're trying to change your life and redirect your life in a more positive, more loving way and live in a more powerful way, then you might want to be observant of those people and observe who you hang out with, how they make you feel, how you think when you're around them. And if that's what you're looking for, the feelings that they bring out of you, if that's what you want out of life, then keep hanging out with those people. But if they're bringing out of you negativity, anger, resentment, and all you guys do is condemn, ridicule, and judge people when you guys are hanging out, and that's not what you want, then essentially that person has became a parasite to you, and you might want to disconnect from that parasite if you're looking for a different outcome. You gotta basically redirect your life and reorganize your life and find new friends, which can be kind of hard, because some people we've known all our life and we always hung out with them, but sometimes we're ready to evolve and to move on and to do different things, and they're not, and that's okay. If they want to stay living the way that they're living, if they want to stay in that low vibrational state, that's fine. But if that's not what you're trying to do, then if you keep hanging out with that person's going to become a parasite to you, and they're going to drain your energy, and it's going to be very, very difficult to raise your vibration and to become a more loving, positive person if that's what you're looking to become. A lot of times too, a lot of us are in relationships with whatever it may be, another man or another woman, and they don't serve us. We only bring out the worst out of each other, and we're afraid to let go of that because just our nature, just because of who we are, we're kind of afraid to do something different or to get out of a relationship because it's an unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know, basically you're scared of not knowing how you're going to redirect your life. But if you're not happy with your life, I feel it is my opinion that you owe it to yourself to change and redirect your life in a way that will make you happy, or at least change your life and do something different to try and obtain that outcome. Because like Albert Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. But yet most of us on this planet walk around like that. Most of us are not really happy with the outcome of our life, whether it be financially, emotionally, or our physical well-being. But yet we keep doing the same things over and over and expecting things to change when that's just not how things work. There's certain laws in this life that if you violate them, you're gonna suffer. And there's certain behaviors in this life that will produce certain outcomes. That's just the way it is. You can't expect to have behaviors that are self-destructing and then wonder later on why you're suffering, whether it be emotionally, financially, or physically. That's just not how it works. You know, you could keep lying to yourself and, you know, keep doing the same thing over and over and hoping that maybe one day you can get a different outcome, but that's just not how things work, at least in my experience. You know, you just gotta learn to let go of your fears. Let go of your fears. Fuck what other people think about you. Fuck what other people are gonna say. Live your life. Learn to let go of what other people think and say about you. Learn to not give a fuck of any judgments that any other people have about you. Because in my experience, until I started to let go of all that stuff, because I'm not gonna say I'm perfect and I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks, but I'm certainly much better than I used to be. And when you start to let go of that, you start to let go of what other people say about you, what they think about you, and you just let go of that stuff. You become a totally different person, and you walk your life in a different way, and you're more authentic, and the real you comes out. Because most of us have been programmed to be fake. Most of us don't really even know what we like. We really don't know ourselves, because basically from when we were born till we were about 6 or 7, we acquired all kinds of behaviors and habits from our parents, and basically, in essence, we became a product of our environment. And we think we like certain stuff, but we really don't. You know, ask yourself this: if nobody else was doing this, would I be doing it? And for most people, honestly, the answer is no. So whatever it may be you're doing, whatever behavior or whatever it is, if the answer is no, so is that really who you are, or is that just who you're programmed to be? Question stuff. Don't ever be afraid to question anything. I question everything and anything and anybody, and I don't take anybody's opinion as absolute truth. It may be, but a lot of us have a lot of ideas that are just basically ideas and opinions, and we turn them into doctrines and whatever, and we take it as truth, and we make ourselves, or we make others wrong for having a different belief or operating from a different consciousness. Because there's really nothing wrong with being a low consciousness person. You have to have the polarity. If there was then low consciousness people, then how would you know what high consciousness is? If you didn't have bad people, then how would you know what good people are? If you didn't have, you know, self-destructive behaviors, then how would you really know what good behaviors are? Like, there really isn't a good or bad. It's just there's just a belief. Certain people, we have a belief that this is bad or that is bad, but it's just a belief in your mind. The only thing that makes it bad is your belief and your emotion attached to whatever it may be. You know, a lot of times in this life we get triggered by stuff that other people do, and the reason, or at least my opinion, in why we get triggered by that stuff is because when other people do stuff that we were taught that are bad, we have an emotional attachment to it that is a bad emotional attachment. So we feel bad about whatever they may have said or done to us, because we were taught that was not okay, and from an early on age we created negative emotions to those attachments to their behaviors. So I just want to invite you into being conscious of your thoughts, just observe your thoughts, the way you judge people, because everybody does it. There's certain people, maybe on the YouTube world, that want to pretend like they don't judge nobody ever, which honestly is bullshit. There might be some of them out there, but it's fucking few of them, very few. For the most part, we all judge people. Because that's just the way we were programmed. But just be mindful and just realize that that's not who you are. You're not a judgmental person. That's just a behavior that you acquired because you were taught, that you were basically given a set of beliefs that this is what's right and this is what's good and this is the way it's supposed to be, and whoever operates from something different is a bad person, and therefore you should judge them and condemn them and ridicule them because, you know, that's what some religions out there teach, you know. But that's just where we're at right now. So just be mindful of your thoughts, because realize this: every time you have a negative emotion, that releases hormones like adrenaline, cortisol, and it floods your cells. And the hormones that are being released are acidic. And every time you judge somebody, you condemn somebody, you ridicule them, in essence, you're poisoning your cells with acid. So just know that when you're judging, condemning, and ridiculing someone, you're basically destroying the integrity of your cells, which is causing you to age prematurely, and in essence, open yourself up to every disease from A to Z. Because you're judging and condemning and ridiculing people when nobody's perfect. We all done shady shit. We all fucked somebody over. We all hurt somebody. We all have, you know. So it doesn't serve us to operate from that frame, because when you're judging, condemning, and ridiculing people, can you really be doing that with a smile on your face, with just like feeling like love? Can you really like feel like joy while you're condemning and ridiculing and judging people? I've never experienced that. So basically, just know that when you're doing all that, you're just hurting yourself. You're not hurting that person. You're hurting yourself more than anything. You're destroying the quality and integrity of your cells. You're opening yourself up to every disease out there. Just because of the thoughts that are going on in your head. And I mean, it's not that simple to let go of all that stuff, you know, because some of us have been operating from that frame for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever it may be. But just be mindful of it and slowly start observing those thoughts, and just know that that's not you. And the first step is just to observe them, and you're going to be on your way to a much better life. You're going to be able to operate from a much better frame, and the quality of your life is going to improve for the better in a way that you can't imagine. Just try to understand that hurt people, and somewhere along the line, you know, people that do a lot of hurtful things to you, somewhere along the line they were hurt by somebody, by their parents or a relative or a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a friend. You know, somebody did something shady to them, and they didn't know how to work through that. They didn't know how to let go of that hurt. So they basically closed off their heart, and they're just hurt people. They're not. It's not that they're trying to be bad people. They're not trying to hurt you. They just went through stuff in life and didn't know how to deal with it, and now they're projecting that out to you. It has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. Just realize that it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personal. You don't know what happened to them that day. You don't know what they went through. You don't know if they weren't able to make their mortgage. You don't know if their light got cut off. You don't know if, you know, they lost their home. You know, they might like, you don't know what's going on in their life. Maybe like that's the first day that they literally started living in their car. You know, you don't know why people say the stuff they say to you, or why they do the stuff they do to you, because, you know, fucking we're not there every second of their life. Just realize that it has nothing to do with you. Don't take it personal. And if you do, just realize that at the end of the day, you're hurting yourself by judging them and making them wrong for whatever they did to you. Just let it go. So yeah, right now we're just coming up to the light. We're back in the city, getting that beautiful smog back into our lungs. So yeah, all you can do is just, if you want, is, you know, watch your thoughts and have your thoughts serve you, because most of us, we don't have the thoughts that we have aren't serving us. They're actually destroying us. They're making us not happy. They're making us depressed. They're making us sick. And just know that you have control over that. It's just, at first it may seem like you don't, but because you've been having all those thoughts in your head, you've been walking around with all that stuff in your life for many, many years, and you're not gonna, you know, let it go overnight. You know, there's some people out there that may have done that or claim to have, you know, but realize that everybody's on a different journey, and certain people take longer than other people to let go. But if you want to try and let go of that stuff, just start working on that, analyzing your thoughts, and don't be so judgmental. Try to be more loving, more understanding. That's about it for today's rant. So may your lives be changed and transformed as mine has. May you live an empowering life and realize that you have infinite potential within you. You have the ability to do, be, or become whatever you want. There's nothing you can't do in this life. Don't let anybody's limiting beliefs of what they were told that they can't do, don't let them project that onto you. Realize that you're capable of doing anything. Some people are more blessed than others, I guess, in certain areas and have more talents, but you can achieve it too. It just might take you 5 times longer, but if you really want it, you can do it. So don't ever let anybody tell you that there's something you can't do. That's just coming from, you know, they have limiting beliefs, but you don't have to. Peace.